Okay, some closet thoughts or wisdom. Wisdom may be a relative term here, but what do you do when you do something, an accident happens, and you almost want to have a meltdown? How do you handle that? So let me tell you what happened just now. I was in the process of making up my bed, and I decided that I wanted to iron one of the pillowcases because it looked really bad. So on my way, I was telling the girls, there's some cereal bowls up there. They're not very big because I put my spring dishes out and the bowls weren't very big, but there's some bowls up there in the mixing bowls that you guys can use for cereal. So I opened the door and was pulling it out to show them. And my whole set of mixing bowls, my glass bowls from my grandmother and my mother, all came crashing down on the granite countertop and busted into a million pieces. Now, one of these bowls, my great-grandfather, Papa Branson, had bought for my grandmother at Parsons in Waldron. All my Waldron folks remember Parsons? I mean, I think he paid like 83 cents for it or something like that at the time. But, you know, this has been way back at 40s or 50s one time when they came to visit Granny. So, I almost had a meltdown because I thought, they had this bowl all those years, and now I've only had it for a year, and I broke it. And I was feeling bad because that's something that can't be replaced. And then I got to thinking about my grandmother. If you knew my grandmother, she was not a overly sentimental person. She didn't believe in just keeping a bunch of things for memories or keepsakes. She was very functional, and she used everything that she had, probably. I mean, I remember her using the bowl. I have some of her other bowls. So she wasn't the kind to attach a memory to it and say, oh, well, Papa Branson gave me that. I'm going to have to treat it like a special bowl to never be used again. You know, she wasn't like that. Now, my mother, on the other hand, she was a little more on the sentimental side, but she didn't use stuff. She bought stuff to have stuff in her cabinets and on her countertops just to look at, you know. I guess she had it in case somebody came there like me or Boo to cook. You know, she had stuff to cook with, but really she didn't buy stuff to use it. She bought stuff to look at it. So I just calmed myself down and said, what was the original purpose of this bowl? It was to be used. That's what my Granny Trix would have wanted me to do, and I've used it at least 2 or 3 times a week. Every week since my mother moved into the house with me before she passed away. So I just want to say, sometimes we just got to stop and tell ourselves, yes, it's sad, but that bowl was fulfilling its purpose, and now it's time to move on to other things. And I hope when I'm gone on to glory that Zoe and Zaylee are not looking at my things saying, oh, we better not use this because this is Grandma Murs, or this is Marmy's. We better not use this. No, babies. If you get anything from Marmy, you just feel free to use it. Anyways, I just wanted to share that with y'all because it's part of my grieving process. And I'm letting go of the bowl. I'll just buy something else. Now the dilemma will be, will I buy a plastic bowl, which makes more sense so I won't break it, and it's a little more lightweight so my little arthritic hands can handle it, or am I going to go to the thrift stores and go on a hunt to replace the bowls I had? It remains to be seen, but I will share with you whatever the final outcome. Oh, and just for the cherry on top of the cake, I thought I'd be cute today and wear my white skirt, my black top. So I have my whole black and white theme going on. Well, you know, my philosophy is we don't have white clothes, but you know, I'll let my mother and my kids talk me into it, so I have a few white things now. Well, I put my apron on so I wasn't going to get nothing on me, and everything was wonderful and hunky-dory. Made Russell's lunch, took it to him, ate my lunch, was cleaning up the kitchen, and just happened to scrape by the spaghetti spoon in the dishwasher thing all over my white skirt. But I think it's going to be okay because I took it off immediately and soaked it in some Dawn, and I think that's going to work the trick. So all things work out in the end. If it doesn't work out, it's not like I don't have another skirt to wear. Anyways, I love my Facebook friends. I love my YouTube friends. And if nothing else, maybe took a break and to watch my words of wisdom. So just remember what the original purpose is for an item before you start attaching all kinds of sentiments to it. And on top of that, it's not like that was the only thing that I had of my grandmother's, my great-grandmother. I got a house full of stuff, of my mom's stuff, my grandmother's stuff, some things from my great-grandparents on both sides. So it's not the end of the world, folks. Bye-bye.